there's one real estate company which has had a strong showing to close the year and has set some fairly lofty targets. Not lofty by its own standards maybe, but lofty by the general numbers for FY25, that's Signature Global. Rajat Kathuria, CEO of the company, joins in right now to talk about the year gone by and the outlook ahead. Rajat, great having you and thanks for taking the time out. I know there's an upcycle in store, but what you've done in the year is quite remarkable, and what you're setting out to do as per your guidance for FY25 is also very strong. What leads to this confidence?
So thanks, Neeraj, for inviting us to the show. So Neeraj, we are witnessing a sustained trend in terms of strong housing demand. And it's not a matter of last, 12 to 18 months, which, everyone's thinking that, markets really, gone up. But effectively, if you look at our last 4 years of performance, what we are seeing is that to the extent of, supply we are creating, it is getting absorbed. So if we go back to fiscal year 2021, we did pre-sales of about 1,600 odd crores, which was primarily, mid-income sort of homes. If you travel 3 years forward, in fiscal year 24, we've achieved about 7,300 odd crores. But, what we know on ours, behind the scenes is that, we had that much inventory to offer to, the customers, and it all got absorbed. What keeps us confident for the coming year is the fact that we are doing significantly higher launches. In the first 3 quarters of this financial year, we intend to do launches of close to 16,000 crores. And, we feel the same, demand trend is going to continue.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I see that Q4, you probably had your best ever quarterly pre-sales as well, albeit aided by one premium project which did this for you. But I heard you say in your opening answer that you were doing mid-income housing when you were doing whatever that 1,600 crores worth of a number in FY21 to now doing such premium projects as well. Is the nature of demand largely in the areas that you operate in largely at the premium end, and would you continue to do that? And do you see that cycle continuing? Because I mean, I know a lot of people say that real estate cycles typically last 8 years, so on and so forth, but I think it's been 3 years now that we've been in the cycle as well.
So see, last year, Neeraj, we've sold about 4,600 odd units.
Okay.
The average ticket price of the unit was about 1.6 crores. We also are operating across the spectrum, in mid-income homes. So homes starting with about, 1.25 crores and going up to 4 to 5 crores. The other side of the spectrum, one can argue that's not mid-income and it's more towards premium housing. But, by and large, mid-income to entry-level premium housing is what we are, operating in. As of today, what I can say is that there is very comparatively much lesser supply vis-a-vis the demand because, there are very strong migration trends from Delhi to Gurgaon. And people who've been staying in Gurgaon, of course, either want to get into a better home or an owned home, or a bigger home. So, from all aspects, the demand is very strong. And if you put together the entire supply, which is, being provided by the real estate, developers, is not matching the demand. And hence, the situation is going to remain similar in, years to come.
By years to come, you reckon the next 24 to 36 months has this favorable demand supply scenario in the markets that you operate in? And are you looking to expand markets as well, by the way? That's my other question.
So, yes, I do feel that, next 24 to 36 months, the dynamics are not going to change significantly. And it will be lot production and supply driven because demand is there. As far as our strategy is concerned, is linked to this, thesis. We feel there is so much to, achieve in the Gurgaon market that there's no point kind of, digressing to any other market and miss out on any, opportunities which are there in our core market itself. So we do not intend to kind of, geographically spread in the short to medium term from now.
Can I just ask what's happening in Gurgaon? Noida used to be this place wherein The IT hub got created in some fashion as well beyond South India too. Suddenly this whole flux from people who moved from Mumbai to Gurgaon, praising Gurgaon quite materially, the living standards. But I'm just trying to understand what's leading to this attractiveness for a large company like you to say that you are happy with just being in Gurgaon. It's not MMR, it's Gurgaon.
So see, a lot of factors, Neeraj. If you go back a decade or even more than that, see, office supply has always been happening. In Gurgaon, it's the hub of Grade A office space for the National Capital Region. But besides that, also, over the last decade, a lot of physical infrastructure, has grown significantly in the city. Social infrastructure has improved. Best of healthcare for, the entire region rests in Gurgaon. Best of the schools, I think, right now in Gurgaon. So, this entire, ecosystem upgrade, which has been going on, for the last decade, if not more. But at the same point in time, see, housing supply was not being created. So, the period between 2012, 13 till about, the pandemic started 2020, literally, there was very little housing supply which happened. So, in a way, post-COVID, migration trends picked up, people wanted bigger homes, etc. And all of a sudden, one realized that, the supply is not non-existent. So, that's a bit of trigger on the pricing side. But in general, yes, I think it's sheer hard work on behalf of the both central and state government. They've really upped the infrastructure standards of the city. They're the larger developer in Gurgaon, which has always been adding very good quality, office spaces and, in general, social infrastructures improved. So mix of all the factors has, played to this advantage.
That's Signature Global and very strong guidance for FY25, which is the big thing really for Signature Global. Brokerages are constructive. Kotak in particular has upgraded the stock. So do watch out for this one. The pre-sales looked very, very strong. The stock's just showing a bit of an uptick while the interview was on.